over on the cards. Kira's a good fighter, so that was a very solid win for MUZAFAROV. So those are judges at ringside: Jordan, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Azerbaijan, Israel and Korea. Sadie Duffy of Ireland is our referee. TSYKALO of Ukraine in the red, MUZAFAROV of Uzbekistan in the blue. Got a southpaw against an orthodox here. TSYKALO, the southpaw, both of them just springing into the centre of the ring. MUZAFAROV let the 1-2 go there. Just lost his balance slightly. His weight came forward as he threw it. Got up tight and close though, looked to try and work to the body. And these two just go looking for each other in the early stages. Right in front of each other. Front feet so close, almost touching most of the time. One, two there from TSYKALO. Didn't hit the target though. It's blocked mainly by the gloves. He just holds those hands quite low sometimes. It stands a bit square. MUZAFAROV. Good jab there from TSYKALO. TSYKALO's a more kind of like classical stylist, if you like. Relaxed sort of southpaw. Holds that lead hand quite low sometimes. MUZAFAROV there just springs in from quite a long way out and managed to land that lead left hand. Looking to step in with a big expansive right to the body there, I think, MUZAFAROV, and it didn't quite work again there. He comes quite square with his feet and just tends to sort of run in a little bit, little short steps. So it's a bit of a mixture that you get from him technically, MUZAFAROV. You kind of know what you're getting with TSYKALO. Works well on the basics. Again, MUZAFAROV just climbing in from quite a long way out and did manage to land that lead left hand. Goes for a lead right hand there. Gum shield's come out, I think, somebody's. And that is TSYKALO, so they'll need to rinse that off. There he is, just standing on the edge of range there, MUZAFAROV, and you know that he's going to close down that space. Poised and ready to strike, almost like a sprinter on his blocks at times. TSYKALO's got to find a way of negating those kind of marauding attacks. The best way is to use that jab. Just in with the feet there, MUZAFAROV. Final few seconds of round one. Well short with the left hand there, but he just wanted to throw it because I think he felt that MUZAFAROV was about to make a move. He's very quick, the Uzbek. He's got that kind of fast twitch thing going on. Right hand there on the inside, then looks to go to the body. Tries to get close to TSYKALO and rough him up. Physically, there's a big difference between these two. We saw them come into the ring, and MUZAFAROV he's compact, he's well put together. He seems physically quite well developed. TSYKALO is very boyish in terms of his physique, and as I said, you do get that around this age category. People at different stages of that physical development, that adult strength with some people doesn't come until their mid-20s. With others, it can come in their mid-teens. So MUZAFAROV gets it on the scorecards there, 10-9 all around. And TSYKALO's got to find a way of coping with that physicality that just sees him jump in, spring in. onto the inside and let his hands go, essentially.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Into the second round. MUZAFAROV with those feet just planted wide. Left hand to the body there from TSYKALO. TSYKALO in the red, boxing for Ukraine. MUZAFAROV of Uzbekistan in the blue. He picks up the first round. Just trying to fake a little bit with that front foot there, MUZAFAROV. He's just got his eyes locked onto the target there. He's just looking squarely with the chest there of TSYKALO, I think. Gets him back into the corner. He's got quick hands. Good right hand there from MUZAFAROV. Referee comes in with a standing count there. They both threw at the same time, both throwing their backhands at the same time. MUZAFAROV landed his right. I think he was a bit surprised by that, TSYKALO, by the standing count there. Leaping in with a lead left hook there, MUZAFAROV. TSYKALO just looking to try and measure the distance again. He just springs in. It's unorthodox stuff at times, just dipping to his left, stabbing almost with the right, just sprayed out to the right-hand side. Difficult to counter that kind of attack. And that's what TSYKALO has found, really. Again, as MUZAFAROV comes forward there, he's just trying to give himself a little bit of room and catch him with the jab on the way in. He has done that. He has managed to do it a few times, but it's not easy. Fighters like this, and there are plenty of them in the competition, plenty of them in top amateur international boxing, like MUZAFAROV. They're difficult to get any kind of rhythm against because they're very kind of staccato in the way they fight. They're still, and then they're flying in. They're still, and then they're moving. It's difficult to kind of pick up a rhythm and a beat from them. And TSYKALO just trying to get involved on the inside there. Bell goes at the end of the second round. Pretty good fight to watch. A couple of 10-8s there. So TSYKALO is way behind going into the final round. Was that standing count, of course, for a lovely right hand from MUZAFAROV.
Seconds out, please. Third round.
Shoelace? Is it? I think. Shoelace, yeah. Well, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. He just got the towel in the coach and just started dusting his boots. And the referee had to point out to him that it was an untied shoelace. So into the start of the third round, TSYKALO in the red of Ukraine is behind here, but he's still going to give it everything in this final round. Shakhzod MUZAFAROV of Uzbekistan has built up that that tidy enough lead, and he's just been a little bit too quick, I think, for TSYKALO, and a bit too strong. He's just been slightly outgunned here, Ukrainian, who's a good fighter, technically skilled, correct kind of southpaw, and I think he's enjoyed the challenge of boxing MUZAFAROV here, but he hasn't quite had an answer for the speed. As an example of the bag of tricks that he is, really, MUZAFAROV, standing completely square, back to the ropes, gloves spread wide, but he's able to spring off either foot. He's very athletic. He's got a good movement. Allowed himself to be backed up to the corner there. He's looking for an opportunity to come out of that corner with the right hand. He knows he's ahead here, and it's not a case of him not really wanting to take any risks, because I don't think he feels that there's an imminent threat from TSYKALO in terms of him being able to just take him out with one punch, which is what he needs to do, really. But he's got a final coming up in 2 or 3 days' time. He doesn't need to do anything crazy here. Good straight right hand. That's what I'm talking about, really. The speed that he manages to come in and throw that with. There's a lot wrong with that in terms of technique. You won't find many coaches teaching their fighters to do something like that. But when you've got somebody who's capable of something a little bit extra, something a little bit unusual, then you should just let them get on and do it. If they land it, then just let them get on and do it. Good short right hand there from MUZAFAROV. Final few seconds of this first semi-final at the men's flyweight division, and it's going to be Shakhzod MUZAFAROV of Uzbekistan who goes through to the final. Good performance from him, but a good fight. TSYKALO over Ukraine was in that all the way through, always trying to get a leash on MUZAFAROV and make something happen. And he did have his moments of success, but MUZAFAROV, as I mentioned, was very, very quick. He's very athletic. He's got that explosivity that you have to have if you're going to fight like that. It's a kind of chicken and egg. You wouldn't fight like that if you didn't have it. It would be absolutely impossible.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about 365. In the ring being win by points with unanimous decision. From the blue corner, Shakhzod MUZAFAROV, Uzbekistan.
Well, we knew which way that one was going to go. And he will make his way through to Friday's final. So a bit of time off. He's got to stay on the weight. He can't celebrate, but he will be able to rest. And 10-9s across the board with some 10-8s in round.